Hi everyone, if you're a lover of Very Dark Man, please, this is the place for you to come and listen to what happened to the 180 million naira that got missing from his NGO account. Do you believe in that? Do you believe that such amount of money, very big, huge amount of money, could go missing from an NGO's account? Please don't play on our intelligence at all. We have some experts. They've been on our program a few days ago. They analyze how things like that could happen. But from the analysis, there's no way that such amount of money would or could miss from your account.
I used to work in Nigeria as operations manager before I moved to the UK, and with what is trending online today, I will just give you breakdown of the impossibility to say the account was hacked and people took money from the account. First off, the video of VDM with someone saying he's a police officer is not the correct standard to go through in a paramilitary or even in the military. One, if there is any investigation that will go on, any report or any comments would have to come from the command directly and not from an individual. I don't think even the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, would have someone sit by his side to say, yes, we are going to do this or that. There is a chain of command. There is procedure which must be followed. One of the points which I've noted out just to invalidate this whole claim is making that they have actually hacked into his account. The first is GDPR. Forget the fact that Nigeria is let's say people just stay anyhow, the law is not that too strong. But in terms of the corporate environment, working in the perspective of someone who has worked in the bank, GDPR, you don't release the detail of someone that maybe a transaction happens. How did they get the information of the person who took the 180 million? How did they trace that person? So the normal thing I know working in operations then is if anything happens, you write to the bank. The bank plays a lien, which is post no debits on that account. And then they do the findings themselves. That is either sending it through the EFCC or any law enforcement that is going to help to pick up that person wherever they are. The bank is not going to give you information of someone's address or phone number. That I am very sure of. Secondly, when opening an NGO account, from the AML anti-money laundering perspective, you don't just open an account that way and say you want to do. You need board of directors, which I believe is not the only one there. And with an NGO account, you cannot be a sole signatory to that. It must be one or two. Now, from what people were saying here, I heard some people saying the website does not have access to the money also here, which is very true. Whatever you want to do from there, you can look into the website or that. But if there is anything happening, if that money can go out very easily, it means the bank itself can be hacked into. Another shocking thing I'm going to reveal to you guys this evening is the end of the year trash and end of the year financial reports of every bank. If you notice in Nigeria, about this November, December, January, you would notice the network always fluctuates. Transactions are not going well. Now, I'll tell you the reason for that. The threshold of every bank with central bank, they don't want to lose deposits or any money in their final year, which is the end of year financial report. And with that, transactions does not just go out. For an amount to be going out like that, it needs series of approval. No matter how small the branch is, money cannot just go out that way. And then with anti-money laundering also and transaction monitoring, which every bank does, forget the fact that we're talking about Nigeria. Nigerian banking system is organized. It's just the law that is not there. So when we talk about transaction monitoring, I am very sure if, as he claims, that other person moved 180 million, No bank will accept you getting such amounts in your account without placing a lien instantly on your account. It happens even here in the UK and Nigeria. So when you receive any money in your account, the account will go in lien, PND, which is post no debit. And then your account officer invites you and asks you the source of that money. You would have to give them reasons of how you got that money. So 180 million cannot just leave one account and go to another account just like that. And then you start moving. It's system. So if it leaves this account and is going there, the system is going to prompt from the other bank to say this person is receiving this high volume of money. Therefore, the account should be placed on no debit. They spoke about indemnity, which is also there. I used to work with Access Bank. Before you can move 100 million from your account, you need to have what they call primers, which other banks also adopted. Now, with that one, you have series of approval to go through. You need token to move any kind of money, such kind of money. I think from 15 million or 20 million, you need token to like authorize that particular amount if it's going to be possible. And you also need the validation of your account officer to go. How did the hackers or the thieves get access to a token to move out that money? The bank are not stupid, not a bank like Zenith Bank. It's a very advanced bank, and you know they've won several awards in Nigeria. So if we're talking about money missing in the account, now we also talk about KYC, which is the know your customer as well. You cannot just open an account that way in the bank and feel like you want to carry it on. Let me connect this back to what I was saying with end of the year financial reports. Just because they are having issues with they don't want, these banks does not want their money to go low. No bank will accept any customer to move money. Sometimes you see customers coming, businessmen telling you, we want to move our money. And then we tell them there is no network. We obviously know what is happening in the bank. We don't want to lose that money to just go that way. So with that particular, with these particular things I have explained so far, money cannot just leave accounts and go on its own. And if they are looking for someone, VDM cannot just get someone like a PA he has employed to say, let's go to Jos and go pick up this person or something. No, there is a channel to that. It's going to take gradual process in order for them to get hold of that. If VDM have access to that person in Jos, it means it's a conspiracy. They conspired to do that together. How did you know this person took this money? How did you know the person's address? How did this particular police close to you get to find out about this person without the bank interfering? And then one important thing that Nigerians don't actually pay attention to is NDIC, which is Nigerian Deposit Insurance Scheme or something you always see in the bank. What that does is although it's not that strong in Nigeria, it's not binding. When you have your money in the bank, it is insured per se. It's like your money is insured, just like the UK here. That means if you lose any money at any point, the bank is going to look for that money somewhere to get it back for you. We don't read terms and conditions, but these are part of what we have. Money cannot just be missing like that. And a whole bank like Zenith Bank, number one, we are talking about their reputation. And then number two, we're talking about something that is all over internet. No one wants to lose customers regarding this. If this happens just like that and Zenith Bank are just quiet about it, it means there's something fishy somewhere which we are not hearing. Okay, so this is not a case of VeryDarkMan coming out to say we are trying to get. It's not his fight to do. It's the bank's to do. Let him go and relax if he knows he is innocent. But like everyone says, I've said, what he's trying to do is just to cover the cloud. But there is more to dig into. I don't believe that money just left that way. There's so much for him to. I used to like VDM when he started, but immediately he started carrying people's matter like Iyabo Ojo and so on. begin to put pride in what he does, it just lost his relevance in me. And this is like a true interpretation of pride comes before fall. I mean, he knows what he is doing. So I'm not stupid, and I'm just telling you based on banking system, there is no way this money will have just left account that way without VDM's authorization or something. Thank you.
You say it's absolutely not possible, or it's going to be difficult for them to do?
It's impossible, because you will need a token to move such kind of money. Where is his token? If it was the case of saying he was kidnapped and they collected his phone to a gunpoint and they used him maybe to do a soft token, which is a software using an app, or the hardware token, which are two actually. One is actually an app you do to generate. You have PIN, you go through series of authentication, and then you also have the hard one, which you press, you input your PINs and numbers. You can't move money just like that from the bank. There's something more to it. Zenith Bank is going to come out to speak about it. Like I said, reputation. They are going to look into this. You cannot move money just like that. Quote me anywhere. It's unlike mobile app that you just log in and transfer 100,000, 50,000, 1 million or so. No, this is 180 million naira we're talking about. Anything 25 million, 50 million, you will need a token, either a hardware or a software token to do that. And it's something that he's got the access to the PIN and everything, and maybe his other signatories or board of directors, I don't know. But if they are unable to produce all of this, then there's something somewhere they are not saying. 180 million cannot go out of the account. I'm telling you this night. You said something earlier. The money cannot be moved without the consent of the bank or something, regardless of whether they filled indemnity or not. The first thing they were meant to do, like the next day that money be moved out of the account, they will get a call from the account officer directly to ask this person, what are you saying? What about this transaction? Were you the one that initiated it or something? Security. 180 million, someone is saying, is a very small money. It is a big money in the bank. When you want to see it, until you see people going out to scout for accounts, and then you're getting like 20 million. If you give someone 20 million accounts to open for it, they would really be grateful to you, and you will be an icon in that branch. Talk more of an account of 180 million. And you said something earlier, his website. Your website is not the place your money is being kept. How can he prove to us that there is there is something connecting their website to the account? I don't think the bank wants to risk that in order to get their system compromised. That is not possible. So the bank will do everything possible to safeguard your money and to also make sure that their security is tight. But you coming out to tell the public that someone has hacked into your website to take your money is not in your website. You can give a representation of the figure there in your website, which is fine, but it has nothing to do with your bank. Like I said to you, for such an amount to go out of the account, it has gone through series of authentication. This is not just 2 million naira we're talking about, or 5 million naira here. They must have gone through token. They must have gone through one step or the other. Like, there are steps with any amount above 50 million naira. Sometimes when you even want to initiate transaction, it will refer you to the branch. Go to the branch to do it, especially the fact that he has never executed such kind of transaction. So let's say if I want to make transaction of 10 million naira now, the bank will ask me, why are you making this? Or if the money comes into my account, I'll explain to them, okay, this is it. I have a business that I'm doing this and that. Tomorrow, if such money is coming out or going into my account, they are not going to ask a question because I have done it before. But 180 million has never left your account, and all of a sudden it left. You will definitely hear from Zenith Bank and quote me like from what I said now.
Nigeria Bank is more secure than any other European bank. You can try, you can make your research and see. So you should stop looking down Nigerian bank. And this thing that we're talking about also, VDM doesn't even know exactly what he's doing, because this is a very big deal. Even Zenith Bank himself can sue him, because this alone can make Zenith Bank stock to go down in less than a... Before you say Jacob Benson, they might be losing billions right now as I'm talking to you. He's playing with fire. And you don't come out, you must prove it. Even this guy is doing it. See, one thing about it is this: when people don't they praise you too much, they don't they praise you too much, you don't enter your head. You don't lose guard. Say, you be human being too. Say, no matter how smart you are, if you then praise it too much, like one in the only ayo long pa kini kon ise on pa long pa. Overdo now they kill him now. If it is somebody said he knows him, they say it's a prank. You are pranking people with 180 million naira. Best way even thief chicken for Osun State, then send them to death. You won't go carry person still 180 million, they carry one police go. Who are you? What do you think you are? You can't even, and you are telling me that you are always fighting for law. You want law and order. You can't go to EFCC. Even if you are taking 10 million with your own kind of person that you are, as a very dark man, he can control the bank manager. This thing has been going on for a week. They will freeze their accounts immediately. And we are not talking about 10 million. No, we are not even talking about 20 million. 10 million. Talk to Abba now, Abba. This is a waterbed. We are sleeping on it. We are sleeping on it. It's a human being. Yes, mistake is bound to happen. But you don't play with our intelligence by saying you are playing a prank with us with 160 million naira. Don't do that. It's not my money. I didn't even contribute one kobo there. But don't come out and be playing something like this. Because at the end of the day, all of us will gawk it. Some people now is divided now. You can't be playing with Nigerians. And I'm trying to quote him now. He's going to learn hard way on this one, because I'm telling you, anybody that knows about stock will know what I'm talking about. That Zenith Bank might be shaking right now with this nonsense allegation. And all those people that will lose 1 penny, rich men don't want to lose money. Oh. They'll go put fire for him. She go know what's up. That's what they do now. You know, even waiting, they come. Don't joke with this. You don't think because of your own self and throw other people under the bus. He has been doing this in a very long time. When people are supposed to correct him, that guy, you need to calm down. Only my jamasala fi maki konju to ba jagun lo siwaju a jagun wa seyin okolo ni everything na wisdom street OT. But this thing that he's doing, I will still stand on, is a damage control of loose guard. That he loose guard on that audio recording that was released by, what's the name of this boy. This is damage control, and this damage control is putting him into more fire because he's not using his brain. You are throwing a bank that worth billions of naira in stock. You are throwing them under the bus by saying that your money was hacked under their watch, 180 million. This is a big deal. Anybody that knows him, that saying that his friend, that knows his friend, that knows somebody, they should go and tell him now. He should start looking for a lawyer, because this is a big deal. People are losing money. This is holiday. Even the people that have shares in Zenith Bank now, all of them go down, they call, what is going on? And you are there saying this, you are taking one police. What happened to EFCC? So, see, all this thing is just a prank. Like somebody say, and please, my own plea is this: let's just stop on downgrading Nigeria by saying in Nigeria, there's any smart in Nigeria. No be Nigeria, now one person do them. We face one person, don't put on Nigeria. All Nigeria are not the one involved in this. It's only one person. Let him carry his cross by himself. This has something to do with government, it has something to do with me, it has something to do with you. Him, very dark man, should carry his cross alone. Thank you very much.
It is way easier for you to hack people in the US than it is to hack any financial institution in Nigeria. This is a fact. The problem on this other side is bureaucracy. And in the situation where you have those things, there are form of hacking, starting with email phishing. If you can compromise an identity of person in authority, then you can circumvent that system. Nigeria, by design, right? We are extreme clever people in designing our infrastructure, especially IT infrastructure in the banks. It will only require people, insiders, to perpetrate fraud, but not over the line. And people said it's very possible to hack. See, the rate at which the world hack the US banks and move money out of US bank accounts, all these Yahoo boys would have been billionaires and wreck Nigerian banks if it was that easy to hack Nigerian banks. But they do it easily. Open PayPal, do Zelle, they transfer money, they have a Cash App. See, in the design of the infrastructure by nature now, there are so much vulnerability and weaknesses. And the reason why that is in the US and most first world countries is because people are easy to find and they have that resources to find people. So there is no way you commit any crime online. You will always leave a digital trail, which it's just in the function of time you would be found. And that is the truth. See, you can argue with yourself in the keyboard and all that. These are facts. Go look it up. Do you understand? In the US alone, each year, only Nigeria alone, they are moving more than close to £1 billion and fraud, hacking banks and individuals, companies and all that. How many times, ask yourself, the best you would get is people colliding with themselves within. It is difficult to have a bunch of people within a system here to commit a crime because they have the system that will send them to jail. When people see something, they say something around here. And that is one side. And they even created those loopholes so that they will. What do I mean by cheap labors? For example, when you commit the crime, you go to jail and go and work for almost free when they keep you there. And that's a big business again. So, in order to say, we're having a debate whether it is possible for VDM to be hacked. Yes, absolutely. It may have contributed involuntarily to the whole process, but to move 180 million in Nigerian system, technically, it is impossible.
It is impossible.
Technically, it is impossible. Even on an operational level, it is impossible. You cannot move that. So this is an account he had claimed he never spent a dime. There is no way 1 million will move out of our account and the account officer will not know. And
Exactly
again,
what I was saying.
they said one thing. See, in the banking system, note, when you go to the bank at the end of the month, money is always scarce because they need to close the book. At this point of the year, no bank is ready to lose 180 million. Does not come from the website. And the first argument is the website is hosted separately, very differently designed from. There is no direct interface or API linking the website to the to the bank. That's number one. Now, from the design that he did mention, he designed a website. Now they are taking the log from a phone using an app. The best they could do is to deface the website and change value. That is easy to manipulate. But to go in, so now let's talk around how other vulnerabilities can come up. For this kind of money to be moved, there will be a lot of social engineering that may have been done. For example, a phone number attached to that account, email addresses, how to bypass authentications. Somebody could, if there is online banking credentials connected to our account, which I would hope it doesn't sign up for. That's not, even injection would not work. Reason why injection would not work is because his own personal account on the bank's platform. If the hacking was done on the bank's platform, then the bank will be liable. But with everything that we know at this point, I think, in my own opinion, he just wants us to talk and want us to have something to talk about and trend. I strongly believe that. And let's talk around, let's say, what if it is possible now? What if it's possible? How likely can this happen? It will just be from whatever information he may have submitted to the bank and the kind of instruction he may have given that will let that kind of money move and be authorized. And understanding Nigerian, policies around how money is being, even being moved and transferred for most NGO, I do not think, I stand to be corrected, 180 million will be moved at once. Probably is a series of, transfer, but he would have known and they will have stopped it. And these are the reasons why I believe this is just a way to just keep people talking. Could it be for him to distract people from what he has been alleged to be doing? Absolutely. That's also very, very likely. But you need to bring down your website. See, I can in 2 seconds go to his website and deface the website, puts different values, something my 10-year-old child would do. it is that easy. You understand? Now, why am I having that conversation is because everybody have this big, idea around what can see. Even if the bank will give him API based off what his intent and intention want to do, it will only have a read-only permission. And the way the instance is created behind their servers, there is no way you can even modify those things. And talking around bank operations is different from the IT side of it. And majority of the time, for you to even create a change on the application, you will need to go through the operations, which means there are a series of layers of approvals, authentication, security level within the bank that you have to go through. So the bank will most likely be liable if this is in the other way around. So let's look at that. And again, I would like to address the way people hit on this guy. See, we are human. And Yoruba said, you cannot walk and your head will not move. Does he talk too much? Absolutely. Does he do this? Absolutely. But majority of the things that we all are advocating for as Nigerian and the kind of change that we want, we cannot tell a child how to cry if you will not be there lending hand in supporting and finding a way to lend your voice to create these changes. Please let us tune that this rhetoric around, oh, you do this, you do that. I like one thing, I do not like the other thing. Yeah, we should criticize him when he's doing it wrong. For him to even explain to the public on how the website works, give everybody that knows what they are doing very easy access to, deface that website in 10 seconds. So I hope you'll get out of this if it is true. But with the video, I just saw the video too. It was seated somewhere. I do not think that is real. The whole premise of that is just to, create engagement, and we are talking about him now. His impression is going up. So I think it's a good thing for him, and he will make more money. And please, people, don't forget, they said he had changed when he started, making money of NGO. He had claimed severally that he hadn't touched the money. And trust me, there is money on the internet. He is making so much money over these impressions and money making on money. And I do not believe to now, except I'm being shown that he's spending from that money. And probably we should just wait a little bit and see how this whole thing unfolds. And I pray God will help us. Thank you so much.
Can somebody actually take over your account and transfer money anywhere in the world? It's possible. Okay? It's possible. And the first thing that these people does is to actually, if you attach your account and anything to your bank or whatever, so they probably have your bank information and everything in hands, right? So the next thing that they want to do is they already take over your account, but the next thing they want to do is to take over your website, which is very, very possible. Okay, so, but according to VDN statement, right? I want everybody to open their mind, take out VDN out of this and just open your mind and listen to this statement very well. Somebody hacked into the NGO website and 180 million is missing. Thankfully, we have tracked the person and one suspect has been arrested. And I quote again, this is VDN speaking. This account, the account is now on PND. This is where I want you to pay attention to. There is 20 million left. Why 160 million was diverted? We are heading to just to recover the money. Look at these two statements. If you really open your mind and think of what I just read to you right now, there's something that's not making sense here, right? In the first paragraph, it said 180 million is missing, right? But in the second paragraph, it said 160 million was diverted. Do you see what is going on here? So one side, you're saying 180 million. In other side, you're saying 160 million has been diverted to another account. I will tell VDN, if this is a joke, this is an expensive joke. And he has to understand that the Zenith Bank integrity is in question right now for what you just did. Because if you remember, Zenith Bank just signed a memo with the French government. And you cannot bring this kind of things and try to prank people. I don't believe this is a prank. I don't believe what is going on here. You cannot do that. Even if this actually happened, right? The first thing that you do is to go to the law and let the law enforcement, let the EFCC handle this case. Let them investigate this case. Now that you're saying that, okay, you have arrested one person, how did you arrest this person? How did you trace this person? How? And the person that you're going to meet in Jos, how do you know that this person is the one that actually transfer money from your account? Are you in a position? Are you putting the law into your own hands? You're one of the men that come on social media and talk about laws. Let's follow the laws. Let's use the law to arrest people. You understand what I mean? But now you're saying, let's even admit that you know the people that transfer this money. You know the people that commit this crime. Why are you putting law into your own hands? You have one police officer. What about if you go out there now and something happens to you? Why don't you think about your own safety? Somebody that can move 180 million out of your account, they can do you bad. They can unalive you. So VeryDarkMan needs to learn very well. We understand because people are saying some stuff on the comment section. You have to understand that there's some things that you don't joke with. And one of the things is your life. Let's even believe him. You don't joke with your own life. You don't build because you go to the gym. I go to the gym too. I carry iron. But there's some things I dare myself not to do. So this is very serious. He has to understand that this is NGO money. And this is what people actually, because of what he has, because people believe him and they believe in his own projects. So now the people that really believe you and they have the trust in you, they will start questioning you right now. People talk about him buying Benz and buying all these things. I'm not looking at it in that angle because this man come on social media, he makes his own money on social media. Can he afford those luxury stuff? He can afford those luxury stuff. I will not judge him that, oh, he has committed a crime or he's the one that moved the money. This is what he's giving us on the social media right now and telling us that my money, the money that you guys contribute has been stolen through my website. I don't even know how money, because somebody is telling us right now that you will steal money, the money has been transferred to a website. I don't understand. She na Palm West site. I'll be waiting that they do, wait and they transfer money to website. So you need to be very, very serious and very, 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 because if tomorrow, if Zenith Bank come out and arrest VeryDarkMan, every one of you, we now coming out that support this man saying that, oh, this is they try to oppress him and they try to do all this is a very expensive joke if he's joking. We in Nigeria right now, we're looking at this thing. This has actually gone on the social media, go on the news and everything. Possibility that some people already see it in France. People that try to invest into Zenith Bank right now, they already see all these things. They will start questioning the integrity of Zenith Bank. We cannot continue like this. I didn't say, people think, I'm not here to judge VeryDarkMan. I'm not saying he's telling the truth or is lying, you understand? But the thing is, there's some things that you will let the law enforcement do their own job. If you really think that this really happened to you, number one thing you need to do is to even secure that bank and do your own investigation and see if this is an inside job. According to you, you said they hacked your account. You did not even say that Zenith Bank is inside job or anything. You did not mention the bank in the first place. But we all know that this is a Zenith Bank. It did not mention banks. But how can they hack your website when you don't keep the money in the website? We know the money is in your own account. So if you just come out and say, oh, my money, the money that you guys donate has been stolen, and I've reported this to the EFCC, and they're doing their job, they try to trace who actually did this, and just keep quiet. Let the law enforcement do their job. But the way this man is, for the past 1 week now, there's so many things going on social media regard to the VeryDarkMan, that all the things are sad. You see all the things that we've been saying here, that you don't put your mouth in every single thing in Nigeria because you want to make yourself a messiah. No. Now that people, I will not even bring you back. Sorry for even going back again. In the case of Bobrisky, people say it's an AI generated, it's not AI generated, but in the case of VeryDarkMan and Nigeria, he's saying that the video of Louis Smart is AI generated. Now, look at the hypocrisy of our own people. So we have to be very, 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 very careful. This Nigeria is now free for all. People are doing whatever they want. There's no respect from the government. There's no respect from the people. We don't respect the nation. We just open our nyash, and people are making fun of us. Now that look at what we are thinking right here now, this is a prank. How can we even be thinking this is a prank? This is a serious issue. How can you be pranking people with this? And people are saying that, yeah, it's a prank, just pranking us. You guys turn yourself to a joke. You turn your country to a joke. We can accept this as a prank. I think very soon, I always say, sir, I always say this. The case of Afe Babalola, I told you, Dele wrote to me, I told you, sir, that very soon they will come after him. I will say this again too, sir. Very soon again, maybe next week, by Monday, they will come after VDM again. And it will start from Zenith Bank. We need to explain himself, what really happens. And Nigeria will come on social media again and start crying that they have taken somebody, but you did not see what this person is doing in the first place. Is it making sense? Man, this episode, I will continue with the episode. I will rest my case from here, sir.